Hello, my name is Chris Beringer, president of the Beringer Group. For over 45 years, we have been helping some of the great families in America maximize financial objectives while minimizing family conflict. Today, Delaney George is going to introduce you to some of our fantastic team members.
Hi, I'm Delaney George, a marketing associate at the Beringer Group. As Chris mentioned, today I'm going to be interviewing the members of our Radnor team and asking each of them a thought leadership question. Let's begin with Joanne, our Senior Vice President and long-standing member of the Beringer team. Joanne, why do you think our clients continue to choose and remain loyal to Beringer for their financial needs?
That's very difficult to answer in one sentence or a couple of sentences, because I think that there are multiple reasons why that's the case. First of all, many of our clients are family-owned businesses or family offices. We are a family-owned business. We have our own family office, and I think that our expertise comes from our personal experience. That holds a lot of weight, holds a lot of value for clients.
Next, we'll bring it back to our president, Chris Beringer. Chris, what do you think differentiates the Beringer Group from the typical family office?
That's a great question, Delaney. And, my first response to that is I don't think that there is a typical family office. You've heard me say often, when you've seen one family office, you've seen one family office. Every family comes from a different culture, a different beginning, a different place. Giving a little bit of history about how our family office started might give a little bit of insight into that question. My father sold our operating business to First Union Bank in 1999. Got a phone call from him in 2000 saying, I left the bank, everything wasn't the same after the merger, and what do I want to do now is to start a family office. Would you be interested in helping? And me, eager and young, I said, absolutely, I would be very interested in helping, but I have a question. Shoot. I said, what's a family office? I had no idea. So we did what any family would do. We went all around the country. We met with the biggest and best providers, big banks, institutions, trust companies, trying to get all the advice and soaking up all the knowledge that we could. Now, going that route, we found those institutions always gave us the same solution. They give us a book, 100 or 200 pages, that talk about all the different things as a family office does. And the last page was always a sales pitch saying, your family should outsource this all to ourselves. Being that we had just sold a financial services company, and we're probably the premier estate planners in the country, we didn't feel that particularly useful to us. Felt there was a lot of things that we could do internally. So we really looked at our family office as we would a new business, and we built it from the ground up. And what we realized, that this is the advice that we were getting, it was probably the advice that most families were getting. So we decided to start a practice giving true independent solutions and advice on the insourced and outsourced question. And today we've helped over a dozen families create their family office and answer that insourced and outsourced question. Thank you so much, Delaney.
Now we will have Brad Williams, one of our managing directors, speak about his experience with mergers and acquisitions. Brad, what aspect of M&A deals do you find most fulfilling or rewarding?
Thank you, Delaney. First and foremost, we want to exceed the client's expectation in pricing. If their valuation is, 100 and we get them 105, 110, or 120, really, that's what we're hired to do. But one of the things that folks don't even know that we're hired to do is work through some of the challenges that they're going to face on the psychology front of selling their business, and also working with the buyer and eliminating their hesitations and their fears and going forward confidently with their decision, and making sure that we can give them confidence in them understanding that what is normal and what is not normal, and helping them face certainty when making and going through with the decision that they're looking forward to changing their lives. So that's it. I mean, number one is, getting and scoring, putting the ball in the end zone. But number two is working through some of the challenges that are unforeseen, and helping the client and really becoming their friend at the end of the day. Thank you.
Moving on to Ted Beringer. As the founder and CEO of the Beringer Group, what advice would you give a fellow entrepreneur who is looking to start their own business?
So if I were talking to somebody that was looking to start their own business, I would tell them, first of all, to make sure they had a passion for it and not just base it on the economics. The other thing that I would tell them is to make sure that they get good, competent advice as to how to structure the company, both with the ownership, whose name it's in, what role, if any, their family will have in this business going forward. It would be helpful if they could think about that at the beginning.
Our next member of the Radnor team is Barry Levin. Barry serves as TBG's in-house counsel. Barry, with over 36 years of experience working with clients on estate planning, what advice would you offer both prospective and current business clients?
There would be two pieces of advice. One is, don't let your plan get stale. Sometimes you've done something 5-10 years ago, but it's not appropriate for the current situation. Secondly, every family business and every family is unique. You need to take into considerations those unique characteristics, and you need to realize that there's no one stock answer for everyone.
Lastly, we have Ellen Pierce, our operations director. Ellen has been an extremely dedicated member to the Beringer team. Having been with Beringer for your whole career, what would you say is so special about us that has convinced you to stay?
Well, my whole career was a chunk of time when I was young, time off to raise my kids, and now I am back. And I really appreciate the fact that I can work on still so many things, so many projects with people that I've really grown to like very much.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Delaney, for taking the time to interview our great team members. I think having been affiliated with this company for near 25 years, the two things I am most proud of are the clients we work with and the team members I get to spend time with every single day. I'm glad we were able to introduce you to some of them.